Rich man goes to the toilet, meets someone who looks like him. This guy's name is Johann, true to poor teacher.
That is incredible.
Rich man hand froze for a few seconds. The two developed a brotherly relationship and made a few cups together, because they talked to each other for a while, so Johann got drunk. That's why the two of them slept deeply in a hotel. The next morning, the rich man was gone. He even took all of Johann's clothes.
Could you please open the door, sir?
It's locked.
This is the rich man private driver, received a call from the rich man, so he rushed here. Johann gasped, hastily said that he had accepted the wrong person, but he ignored it and helped him change.
What? No, thank you. I think I'm quite capable of dressing myself.
Shall I get you some coffee then, sir?
No!
Can't take it off, so Johann wears his clothes. At this time, the private chauffeur brought breakfast for him. He's as sure as a nail, this is his boss. Johann tried to explain, but he just assumed that his boss was still drunk. A limited edition car was waiting for him at the door. Maybe in this whole life, Johann couldn't afford it. His hand is itchy. Do you want to drive a car? Could I? Of course, but due to too much tension, he bumped into the pillar. My little heart soul. He was about to say that he would pay it off, but he must have lost his soul so he could not say anything. In contrast, the private chauffeur is very calm. And so, Johann was escorted back to the rich man's mansion. Just entering he was extremely panicked. Where is this and who am I? The living room also includes a tennis table. I'm thinking about leaving, Daddy. As expected, even this girl accepted the wrong person. This is a pitiful girl, looks like she has not met her father in a long time. So when she saw her father, she was very happy. Johann was a bit soft-hearted.
You just have to promise that you'll come up.
I promise.
He counting on part 2 then. Where did my sister-in-law and wife come from? They both mistook him for the rich man. It turned out that the rich man had been missing for a long time. Due to his bad business, he went to dust for a while. Everyone was afraid of him thinking, so he was very worried. Fortunately, now he is home. No matter what Johann explains, the three of them just sighed.
He's been drinking, I can smell it from here.
At this moment the housekeeper came, saying that the lady wanted to see him. Explained but no one understood, so he had to follow her. Johann didn't know the way, so he hid temporarily into a room on the second floor. Excuse me, this is the sister-in-law's room again. He hastily fled part 3. Unfortunately, he was seen by his sister again, but strangely, the younger sister did not show surprise.
Disgust me.
Scold each sentence is gone. He do not understand anything. Johann ran downstairs, who expected to bump into the housekeeper. He had to follow her to his mother's room. Even she does not recognize her son. Just asked if he signed the contract yet.
Did you agree the new contract? Don't play the fool with me, Johnny. Did you or didn't you?
Yes, I did.
As Johann finished speaking, she started to floss the whole house. Other people except you are just a bunch of useless ones. Only you are worthy of this house. Looks like she's not a very friendly old woman either. The three girls downstairs are also not the right type. They chatted a few sentences and then went back to their room. This family is truly a cultural family. Arriving in the room, Johann felt extremely tired. Yet, the rich man's wife came looking for him to cry, then say sorry. Normally, he is very aggressive towards people. No one has discovered Johann's identity.
Darling,
What? You said darling.
Only the wife felt a little strange, because her husband was strangely warm now. Just having to lie makes Johann unbearable. He wanted to leave again, but just went downstairs to meet her sister-in-law. He was slapped in the ear. It is a strange family. Out the door, he was stoned at by his daughter. She said Johann was not keeping his word. She demanded to jump upstairs to intimidate him, forcing him to go up to the little girl's room within a minute. Johann, afraid of blushing, rushed upstairs.
You're lucky I'm not dead.
She discovered he smelled unlike her father. But she doesn't care, she prefers the warm father now. You smell funny. Almost discovered by her daughter that he was fake, Johann was a bit worried. He quietly went to his room.
Is that you?
Yes, it's...
He don't understand why the rich guy did that to him. Scratching his head and can't think of it. The next morning, the wife woke up. She saw a gift on the cupboard with her name on it. Is that for me? She was extremely surprised. She wanted Johann to put it on her own. Seeing such a warm and sweet wife, this lonely guy is a bit confused. He really don't understand why the rich man was playing such a missing game. Having finished his breakfast, Johann got ready to go to the factory. His mother informed everyone that he had signed the contract. That is why everyone is excited. They are happy because they don't have to worry about losing their jobs anymore. That is good too. Warm applause. To be a lifelong failure like him must also be excited. Everyone looked at him with appreciative faces. The factory director also praised him incessantly, but these pleasures were immediately suppressed, because what the hell Johann did to sign any contract? Looking at the pile of papers piled up like a mountain, his mind began to spin. He don't know how to solve the problem of pirated wages, must take own money to compensate. His wife, seeing him struggle like that, prepared him for a late-night meal. Alcohol in words, Johann told the truth to his wife. Actually, I don't sign any contract, but when him mention a work of design, it is possible to save the factory. The wife's face immediately changed. After all, what is the hidden love? Johann begins to investigate. The next day, he asked his sister about the old design incident. Unexpectedly, she was angry again, then cursed him. Complete essay that is more difficult to understand. Looks like the sister really hates the rich man. The rich man brother began to report on the factory situation to him. Johann blurted out that it was okay for the company to have a younger brother. The brother was estranged, now so valued again, of course him will be amazed. He was boycotted by his brother. That afternoon, Johann humbled herself, looking for a partner for help. He agrees with all requests of the opponent, finally signed a contract, but unfortunately the price is quite low, not enough for him to pay everyone. So he went to the bank to check his account. It was at this moment that he saw a will. This will is left by the rich family's father. The will says, just the wife of the rich man gave birth to a son, or died. Then the rich man hand can receive an inheritance amount of up to £1 million. He don't understand why there is such a strange condition, but he ignored it, went straight out, prepared to pick up his daughter. At the grocery store his daughter used to go to, he met a French girl. Unexpectedly, this person and the rich man were also tied together. Thanks to the artist, Johann knew, the rich man is not only aggressive, but also very cold to his wife. He have some pity for his wife. He rushed home, but just turned left and meet the driver. The private driver knows well that the places where rich men often go. When he got home, Johann went to bury her pet with her daughter. He enlisted to ask the pastor about the story of that year. But unexpectedly, this designer is again a girl. She was killed by the rich man. The sister knows the story, extremely painful, because that girl is her best friend. That night, the mother asked him, why was he so good with his unborn wife? She doesn't like this daughter-in-law. She thinks her is too weak to have a daughter. Sometime I wish should have. Unexpectedly she could say such cruel words. She wants her son to kill his wife, that will have money. If she dies, you will get the money. Speaking of money, Johann said that he wanted to sell paintings at home. But now he know. All the money in this house has been swept away by the rich man. The pictures on the wall are all fake.
It's a fake, as you well know.
It turns out that the rich man is like that. Johann decided to save this broken family. He tried to persuade the mother to give up the anesthesia, get everyone in the house together. In front of everyone, he said the contract was only signed. Conditions are also not going anywhere. Carpet than the main as salary funds are about to run out. He hope everyone can spend some money with the factory to overcome this difficulty. Seeing Johann so frank, everyone was a bit soft. Her sister finally told him about the factory. Through the story, he also learned how cruel, selfish, and greedy the giant hand was, just out of fear of her sister competing for inheritance, but planned to seduce and then kill her sister's best friend. The death of her best friend is a huge blow to her sister. Johann replaced the rich man and apologized to her. He also wants to revive the old project. That night, the wife entered the room. Looks like she knew about the will. She gently sat down beside Johann. As long as he can live happily, she is willing to sacrifice her life. This makes him feel very awkward. He feels ashamed, and begins to develop feelings for her. A lifelong alone man like him, never received such a deep love. It was just unexpected, when things are going in a positive direction. Then the rich man missing suddenly return. He intended to go back and kill his wife. But when he saw two people sleeping, he came up with a plan. While everyone is gathering, he pretended to be fake Johann to find his wife. The wife was already very in love with her husband, plus now her husband has changed. She trusted her husband even more. Therefore, with only 2 or 3 sentences, the rich man persuaded his wife to agree to die. He wants to pour all the sins on Johann's head. But unexpectedly, while making a hand, his daughter saw. During the meal, Johann asked her brother to sit on the front seat. First recognized, the younger brother was as happy as a child. He also regained his confidence. This confidence moved his wife, who despised him. At this point, the daughter was brought to a meal. She saw Johann, amazed. She got under the table and told Johann. There was also another father in there giving his mother an injection. He just finished listening, then panicked, hurried to run to find. Fortunately, he called the doctor, promptly take his wife to the emergency room. This made the housekeeper discover that he was not a rich man, because the man is cold-blooded like the master, just really want his wife to die. Outside the emergency room, her sister-in-law told Johann. On the way, she saw an injured French woman. It seems that the rich man do not know that Johann has been here before. Johann got there first, the woman holding a gun. Actually, she soon discovered that Johann was not a rich man. She said the rich man is in the factory. He rushed there. He begged the rich man to forgive his wife and his daughter.
Go away and leave her alone.
But the rich man is very cold, considering that it is not his wife and children. He refused to forgive them. He also intended to use the money to bribe Johann to let him go. But Johann is far from agreeing, so the two sides fight. Unfortunately, Johann accidentally killed the rich man. He quietly returned, said goodbye to the whole family. He even said he loves them very much. Then he went to his daughter's bedside. He wanted to fulfill his promise to his daughter before he left. The butler was clear at this point and silently stepped out. She knows Johann saved this whole family.
Is he coming back?
No.
She said that we cannot change the past born. but there will come a time when destiny will give us another gift. Johann compared to the rich man, which lacks nothing. It's just that he lack a chance. And now is the time to take that opportunity.